who are preparing for the MO exam, आपके लिए मैं लेकर आई हूँ 100 one-liners in pharmacology. Go through these one-liners. ये one-liners आपको बहुत help करेंगे in cracking those 5 questions of pharmacology in this exam. And ये मत सोचो कि सिर्फ pharmacology के questions हैं, जो आपके मेडिसिन के, स्किन के, साइकेट्री के, दूसरे सब्जेक्ट्स के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, उनमें भी कहीं ना कहीं थेरेपेटिक्स होता है, इंटीग्रेटेड होता है. तो इफ़ यू हैव अ गुड नॉलेज ऑफ फार्माकोलॉजी, दिस विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट इन क्रैकिंग मोर एंड मोर, इन गेटिंग मोर एंड मोर क्वेश्चंस करेक्ट. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द 100 वन लाइनर्स. अभी हम 10 वन लाइनर्स डिस्कस करेंगे and let me know if you like it. I am going to come out with a bigger video in which I am going to cover 100 one-liners in pharmacology. These one-liners are the basis of lot of MCQs. So watch this video, subscribe my channel, tap the bell icon to get regular notifications, and let me know when you like, what you like and what topics you would like me to take more. So let's start. So students, welcome to this 100 one-liners in pharmacology series. In this I have basically अभी मैंने सिर्फ 10 one-liners इकट्ठे किए हैं. I have got a collection of more than 1000 to 2000 one-liners, and that I'll make in separate videos 100 करके, and that will help you in revising your pharmacology course, complete pharmacology course in very less time, and help you in cracking this PG, this MO exam. Now coming to the first one-liner. What is an orphan drug? इस पे बहुत क्वेश्चन आता है. An orphan drug is, then you are given 4 options. So orphan drug is basically a drug which is needed for treatment or prevention of a rare disease. This is the trick here. It is a rare disease. It is not an orphan disease. It is not a orphan drug that it doesn't have any parents or something like that. It is basically a drug used for treatment of rare disease. तो चूँकि rare disease के लिए इसलिए इसका उपयोग कभी कभी ही आता है. Second is, what is the drug administered through the following route? Drug administered through the following route is most likely to be subjected to first pass metabolism. So remember, the drug which is administered through which route? Oral route is the most likely to be subjected to first pass metabolism. Agar if you give a drug by IV route or other route, then IV route say it is always 100% absorption, intra-arterial intravenous route say 100% absorption into the blood, and there is no first pass metabolism. The bioavailability is 100%. Only when a drug is given by oral route it has limited bioavailability. The third question is, alkalinization of urine hastens the excretion of. So when you want to excrete a weakly acidic drug, an acidic drug will always be excreted in alkalinization of urine. Why? Because here you have to remember the fundamental of ionization. When a drug is ionized, then it doesn't cross the membranes, it doesn't get absorbed back, it doesn't get secreted, or it does not transfer through the membranes. So to excrete something into the urine, if it is an acidic drug, then you alkalinize the urine. So that is the answer to this question, and this is used in the treatment of many poisonings also. Red man syndrome is caused by vancomycin. So red man syndrome is basically an allergic reaction. It occurs because of increased histamine in the body, which is caused by vancomycin, and in this the patient develops redness, itching, swelling, angioedema kind of condition, anaphylactic, sometimes cardiac arrest also. So what you have to do is you have to immediately stop vancomycin and give an antihistaminic to the patient. Phase 4 of clinical trials collects information about. Now phase 4 is basically marketing, post-marketing surveillance, when the drug has already come into the market and now it is being used by the general public. So this phase 4 is basically to see what is, if suppose drug has any chronic toxicities, or if the drug has got any new toxicities in a different population. So that is why this phase 4 clinical trial is done, and it basically collects information about the drug toxicities mainly. Then detoxification of drugs is controlled by. So remember the metabolism. This is a question from the metabolism, and metabolism में आपने पढ़े होंगे there are 2 types of reactions, phase 1 and phase 2. phase 1 reaction में oxidation होता है, और oxidation में ये enzymes होते हैं which are basically microsomal oxidase system, and these are cytochrome P450 enzyme system which causes metabolism and thus detoxification. Lactic acidosis is caused by, so remember लैक्टिक एसिडोसिस इज कॉज्ड बाय ड्रग, वैसे तो फेनफॉर्मिन होता है लेकिन फेनफॉर्मिन अब यूज़ नहीं होता है, तो उसी की कैटेगरी में एक ड्रग है मेटफॉर्मिन, एंड दिस मेटफॉर्मिन इज अ ड्रग विच इज़ यूज्ड for treatment of type 2 diabetes mellitus. It is a biguanide and is very commonly used. It is anti-hyperglycemic. It reduces gluconeogenesis, reduces glycogenolysis, and it also causes increase in the lactic acid in the body, causing lactic acidosis. What are the preferred initial treatment for acute muscular dystonia caused by antipsychotics? Now, antipsychotics, when they are given to patients of schizophrenia or psychosis or some paranoid disorders, then it is seen that some patients, they develop acute muscular dystonia on the first dose. Now this is usually an idiosyncratic reaction, and why it happens, the reason is unknown, but for treatment of this condition, anticholinergics like benztropine or trihexyphenidyl, they are used. These are central anticholinergics, and they basically restore the balance between dopaminergic and cholinergic system, and so they are used in the initial treatment. What is the side effect which primarily limits the acceptability of oral iron therapy? Oral iron therapy in our body, when it is given to a patient, it usually causes epigastric pain and bowel upset in the patients. The most common side effect of oral iron is gastrointestinal disturbance, because of which it does not get easy acceptance by the patient, and so patient remains anemic, and then they have to be given by intramuscular route. The last one-liner is the aminoglycoside antibiotic, which is distinguished by its resistance to bacterial aminoglycoside inactivating enzyme is. So here the answer is amikacin. Amikacin is the only aminoglycoside which is active against those or which is resistant to the bacterial aminoglycoside inactivating enzymes, thus retaining its action. So these are 10 one-liners that we have gone through. These are some of the one-liners, 10 one-liners that I have given to you. These one-liners are going to be very effective. I have got at least 1000 one-liners that I can give to you. I'll make videos in 100 की category करके मैं ये one-liners बनाऊंगी. This will be a very good revision exercise for you. This will help you in covering the important topics of pharmacology in a very short period of time, and that will help you in cracking the MO exam. So please watch my channel, subscribe to my channel, watch the videos thoroughly, and leave a comment in the comment box over what exactly, any other problem, any question that you have in your mind. Thank you so much.